my name is Alice. I'm a fourth-year classics major student at Mount Allison University with a minor in museum and curatorial studies. For me, my interest really started out in archaeology. Like I said, I am a classics major student, and in 2018, I believe, I might be wrong, maybe the summer 2019, and I was involved with the Mount Allison's Pompeii Archaeological Field School. It was a very awesome experience, but that's also when I discovered I'm really interested in directly working with material objects. For me, it's about preserving the history and allowing some way to have these material live on. And I think it's very important that somebody do this kind of work. And I just really like the conservation is a cross of subject between chemistry and also art and history, which is actually my three favorite subjects back even in high school. I think it's so important that no matter what job you do, you always get to shadow or at least try a little bit of what a real professional, like what real job is like. And I think I am getting a really authentic experiment. Like what I'm working on is authentic. It is not a replica or something modern that I'm working on. And I think you develop a better sense of work ethic around working with authentic artifacts because you have better respect for them and you know you have to be careful when you're treating them. So I think that's a very unique experience. So currently I'm working on this gilded wooden frame. It is originally the frame for the portrait of Charles Allison. And it is in pretty bad shape, as you can tell. A lot of the pieces are working. So right now I'm just focusing on cleaning this frame, which is usually the first part. And then later on I'll move to perhaps like doing some cast to fill in some of those missing parts. And maybe perhaps regilding it and making it look a little bit nicer. The first step is actually just like dusting with a big brush like this one. A lot of surface dust would just come off naturally. Next, what I usually do is I go ahead and clean it with water, usually with smaller paint brushes like these, and homemade cotton tips like those as well. But sometimes you get across areas that are harder to get off, and that's when we have different kinds of solvents to clean some of the harder spots and stains. I have discovered that having a master's degree is really essential to being able to have a job in this field, and I'm really working my way hard to get there one day. For the future, if I get the chance to pick and choose or to specialize in what I'm interested in, I think my core interests still go back to studying classical remains, and I'm like working with marble reliefs, working with terracotta statuettes, and I really like hands-on project. And to be able to have that experience, like you almost feel like that's built into part of your class, which really help you to navigate better for the future.